Hello, Still Bulldogs. This is Mr. Kubal. I want to help you navigate a little bit here to find the online textbook for science. So the first thing that you want to do here is sign into your single sign-on. And up here, where it says dashboard, when you click on your dashboard, these are all of the options that I have to click on to get into, etc. And there's one here called iQuest that I'd like to go over with you real quick, and it's down here on my screen. It's on the left. It says Activate Learning. Underneath it says iQuest Activate Learning. So if you click on that, it's going to open up and it says Activate Learning. Now, we use 4 books over the course of 1 year. First book we're going to use here is on the far left. It's called Physical Science, Can I Believe My Eyes? So I'm going to left click on that, and that should open up the textbook. Okay, so here's what it looks like with your textbook open. On the far left here, where my pointer is, it says Student Lesson. So you can click on that. This opens up the student lesson portion of the book. So, for example, we're going to start with Lesson 1. That's the first lesson in the book. So if you left click on Lesson 1, you'll notice you have Activity 1.1, Reading 1.1, or Activity 1.2. All of the classroom activities that we're going to be doing are actually going to be on Google Classroom, which I'm going to show you in a little bit. So you're not going to be doing, so for example, you click on Lesson 1.1, and here's what the lab looks like. There's a section of what will we do, procedures, etc. What I've done, and I've taken all this information and I put it into a Google Classroom setting, and I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so again, we're not going to be writing any information in the online book or in the hardcover textbook you have. You do have a hardcover textbook as a backup resource, just in case the internet's down one day. But below that, Activity 1.1 is Reading 1.1. I clicked on Reading 1.1. Now here's a suggestion that I'm going to ask you folks to follow. There's an app called Google Read and Write. Okay? And on the toolbar, up here at the top, it's purple. It says RW. Now what this does is when you left click on it, you're going to see a toolbar pop up. Okay? What's nice about this option is if you want the book to read back to you, you can press the start button. But what I like about Google Read and Write is if I left click here and highlight this entire section all the way to the end, what I'm going to do is go back up here to where it says play, this play button. I'm going to press the play button. What it's going to do is it's going to read to you, but also it's going to highlight each word in the passage. We'll go ahead and give you a demo.
Getting ready. Angles. The picture shows 2 bent rectangles. Which bent rectangle is longer? Now use a ruler to measure the size of the 2 bent rectangles. Were you correct? To most people, B looks longer than A when you measured. You might have learned that your guess was wrong.
You can also press the pause button. What's nice about this is the Google Read and Write app is it reads to you and it highlights the words. So reading to you, you hear it. That's called auditory learning. Visual, you see the words being highlighted. It will help you with your reading comprehension for nonfiction reading. Okay, so I wanted to show you that tool. I'm going to ask you to use the Google Read and Write app, even if your reading comprehension is higher than other people or lower than other people. It doesn't really matter what area of the scale you're on. The Google Read and Write app is extremely helpful. Okay, so I'm going to end the tutorial now for the online textbook. Okay, thank you.